Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Thelma, and in today's video we're talking finances. Did we have some money saved up somewhere from the very beginning? No, we didn't. Just like most new couples, we started off living our best life. Didn't care. All we cared about is going out, buying new stuff, and being in China made it worse because, trust me, because now all of a sudden we had access to endless options in terms of clothing, shoes, all at affordable prices. And being in China, even travel is cheap. So yeah, we started off with no goals. Is what you do with life, really. And you know, the thing with money is, if you don't account for it, how we warn. And then eventually when something happens that requires a huge amount of money, that's when you actually sit down and reflect on all the bad choices you've been making, because that's when it will hit. Like time wow, all because you've been buying all this fancy stuff. In actual fact, hamuna, or at least you would have it if only you would take account of your spending. Because let's be honest, if money is just coming and going, but now when it's actually coming in and you're putting it towards something tangible, then you can say mari. And I think for us, we had that epiphany during COVID when we had to travel back to Zimbabwe. And you know how flight prices were during COVID. It was almost like you're paying for 5 more people. But we had no choice. We had to go on this trip. And I remember that time, for one person, flights were about 5,000 one way. And that is 5,000 US dollars. And it was unavoidable. We had to pay that money because we had to go. There were no two ways about it. So that's when we actually now realized kuti atina mari. And it wasn't even that we didn't have money taitambira every month on time, but it was because we were not saving and we're just wasting it on unnecessary things. And now this was our wake-up call. So yeah, we went and came back, and then that's when we sat down and had the money talk. And it wasn't easy, but we had to do it. And from that serious conversation, we agreed that there had to be changes in the way we spend our money and that we needed to start saving. And we made the decision that if we really are going to do this, we weren't going to be putting aside kamarika shoma, but it meant saving a chunk of our salary and only spending on stuff that we really needed. We did agree though that we would have some months in between where we would splurge on certain things that we wanted, just to take off the pressure. An interesting thing though is when we finally paid off the balance for the land, we actually went on a family vacation for 2 weeks, just to celebrate that we actually did it. And it was really fun, and it actually gave us that push, because when we got back we were ready to start this project. So now the question would be, how long did it take for us to save to buy the land? Guys, one thing about China when we compare it to other countries, one thing I love about this country is the cost of living. The cost of living here isn't too high, so day-to-day stuff like food, transport, and basic necessities is pretty much affordable. And that really helps if you're trying to save or you're working on a project, because you're not constantly feeling like you have to sacrifice everything just to make ends meet. You can still enjoy life, but while being financially focused. So to capitalize on that, we decided in order to really stretch our salaries and hit our project goals in the shortest time possible, we pushed ourselves and took on extra shifts. Taking up extra shifts wasn't that easy, because was on days that are meant to be rest days. But hey, knowing we're building something meaningful, kept us motivated. Even with all that, we still had to make some changes and start making more financially sound choices. Because initially, like before we decided to take on extra shifts, seeing people travel, doing all this other stuff you used to do that you can't do anymore because you're working on something was really hard. So we needed that constant reminder that it's okay. And the weird thing is, you'll be looking at your bank account, but you can't touch it. So you really need to have the discipline, to do something. You have to have tunnel vision. It was hard. And I remember when we started, even with my husband, like my husband is a sneakerhead. He would buy a pair or two each month, but all that had to go. Like my days at Tanga, we even started to resent the whole process, the whole idea. But now, Isu, we're no longer those young kids. We now had to make grown-up decisions and stick to them. So those were the initial days, and we soon got over the feeling and we got serious about the Tanga. One thing that also helped us a lot is we didn't find a stand and then save towards buying the particular stand. No, we told ourselves that this is how much we want to have by this particular time, and whatever amount of money that we have by then is how much we're going to spend on land. And we actually did that for a number of reasons. One was we didn't want to be in debt, and we didn't want to take loans from anybody. And one thing is, it also made sure that we're buying land that we can afford. So yeah, when the time came, looking at how much we had saved, we now knew which areas to look for land. And we did. We found a very reliable agent, one that's been in the business for years. So we trusted them, got in touch with the seller, made an offer, everything went well, and we paid 3/4 of the asking price and finished off the rest in 3 months. When it came to everything else, getting the plan approved by the council, getting the designs from the architect, well, that happened as we go. So as soon as we got paid, we paid the council fees for the plan approval. And the good thing with the architect is he only wanted the deposit, and then we would pay the rest a month later when he finished with the designs. So that gave us some time. So during that time, we made sure also to get the borehole drilled, because we didn't want the contractors to start working at the stand without water there. Now we are at the building stage. Guys, we were so naive when we went into this project to Singazivi, how much things would be, from the foundation, roofing. It's been tough. As much as we've been able to just get through it, it's been tough. But hey, we had to bite our tongue and just do it. Yeah, so when it came to building, the contractor broke down the building process into stages. So we always made sure that the contractor had enough material for each stage, because we didn't want that situation where when they're working on this stage, material is shorter, and then people have to and they have to and then we have to hold them back. We didn't want that. So we just made sure that we always had enough material for each stage that they're working on. And yeah, one thing that we learned from this project is that with everything, we need to manage our expectations. Do what is within your means. Don't look at what somebody else is doing. You look at other people that are building these mansions, and you think to yourself, what is this 3-roomed? It's nothing compared to that. But never underestimate your achievement. No goal is too small when it matters to you. So don't let somebody else's journey make you doubt your own. You're building a legacy for your family, for your kids, and that can never be taken away. That is just one step towards something even bigger. So we can all start from somewhere. So yeah guys, so that's how we've been able to budget for this project, and so far it's been going well. It's been going quite well, and we're just hoping that we will be able to just finish everything very soon. And yeah, if you guys have anything that you'd like to see in the next videos, please let me know in the comment section. And yeah, also just let me know guys, like how have you been budgeting for your own project? I know it's not easy, but when you set your mind onto something, come what may. So thank you guys for watching my video. I will see you in the next one.
We got a beautiful story.